There was something you said that I thought was really important for those that are in this place that let's say someone is feeling stuck in the roommate phase and they're dimming. I think that tragedy you talked about earlier, that they're feeling their light is dimming. Do you have any words of wisdom for those partners that are in that space? I feel like I don't want my light to dim. I can see it going that way. How do I keep thriving for myself, even if he's not willing to do the work?
Well, and let me add on, how do you determine that from grief?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think experientially it feels different. I think the grief, there is still energy about that, even if it's the energy of sadness. And if we know that grief is processing, then there's also the anger component. And I think sometimes what happens, this is probably a whole nother conversation, but sometimes if we pull out anger, then they cycle in sadness. And that's stuck, but that's not lights dimming. There's still energy flowing. The lights dimming are when it's like, I guess I'm just, if it's between me, my heart and the kid's heart, I'm just going to choose the kid's heart and I'm just going to let myself go. And I think experientially, I think a lot of betrayed partners feel that, no, I'm just letting myself die inside because that's the only way I can survive. So for those, when I'm talking to a client where I'm like, I'm afraid your light is dimming. Most of them, if it are, they know it, they can feel it. But for me, it's like full stop, full stop. Everything else stops. We have got to fight for that. We can't let that light go out. Everything else can pause because if we lose you, we lose everything. And I don't even care about anything at that point. We can't lose you. You have great worth and value. We can't lose you. And so it's starting to it's starting to ignite that fire back in her of you have great worth and value. And what do we need to do? A lot of times that is strong detachment, healthy detachment, not disconnect, not stonewalling, but a healthy detachment where we are creating a buffer between what he is doing or what he really is not doing, right? And you. So what does that mean? That means shifting and starting to look at how do I get my needs met elsewhere? What still sparks at least a little bit of that flame inside of you? What can you get passionate about? Going and looking for fun, looking for joy, and fighting for that. It's like shifting everything inward of we have got to find that little spark that's inside of you and we've got to flame that. We got to fan that and build that back up again.
Yeah, I was thinking too that the impact of gaslighting, abuse, and I know you address this in the book that this can happen. It's not just light dimming, it's also there's potentially active abuse going on or gaslighting or suppression. There's all kinds of stuff, coercion that can happen. So I know you do address this, which I think is these are tough things to talk about, but really important because this could be absolutely part of what's actually dimming the partner's lights.
Yeah, I'm so glad you mentioned that because that's one of the things I did in the research for the book was looking at this. And man, there's a lot more abuse going on than I think most of us realize. And for that, I say this in the book. I say, if this is your experience, then really stop the book and get focus on that abuse help. Because a lot of times what happens is that for if we're trying to help a betrayed partner become more empowered and set boundaries and whatnot, if there is a legitimate, not that there's ever illegitimate, but if there is some serious abuse going on, that will increase the abuse a lot of times. And so just if that's there, safety first, get safe and get somebody who really specializes in domestic violence because most of us in the betrayal world we don't specialize in domestic violence, right? So it's really important to get the right help.